mask pit. A horrible day in the mask pit. Hey everyone, welcome to Christmas in the mask pit. Why is this so high? Wait a minute. Let me turn this down. You get that. I don't like to shoot in this phone form. I would rather go landscape, but YouTube doesn't like that. Let me change that. Okay. So yeah, it's Christmas in the mask pit. Let me just straighten that out. Maybe if I shut this off, it's less annoying. How's that? And I've got my Christmas coffee with a little Bailey's in it for Christmas. My Grinch cup. I love the Grinch. I'm old enough to remember. It's scary when I think of all the things that I'm old enough to remember. I remember when the very first broadcast of the Grinch was on TV. I think, was it 1965? How old was I? I was like 7 or 8 years old, maybe. And I remember that. And it was an event because in the library in the elementary school I went to, they of course had the book How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and they only had one copy of it. And the week that the cartoon was going to be broadcast on TV, you couldn't check out the book. No, they had it on its own little pedestal, and they wouldn't let anybody check it out because everybody wanted to check out the Grinch when the Grinch cartoon was on. So no, but you couldn't do it. But yeah, I remember, and I have watched it. I have never missed it, ever. I've watched it every single broadcast year. And now that it's on DVD and streaming and it's on like 5,000 times right after Halloween, I still watch it. I still watch it now I watch it probably 5 times. And I used to know I could recite the whole thing along with Boris Karloff. So let's see. I put a shout out to Facebook that I'd be doing live. Oh, Gary Sunley is here. Can't wait for the H-Man to arrive. Yes, I did ship your H-Man today. Don Vito is watching. Hope your family fan are doing well. Love the shirt, by the way. Thank you. Mike Peace, what you working on? I'm actually not working on anything tonight. This is just like an informal visit to the mask pit. Let's see who else is here. Jason Cruz, how you doing? The Dope Horror Guy is here. Your work is always appreciated, buddy. Why, thank you, Mr. Dope. Brian's Casual Shenanigans. Good eye from Australia, says Brian. Dear friend, hey, Nick. Daddy-O and Don Vito watching here. I know who that is. Hope you and your family are doing well. Love that shirt. Yeah. Don Vito, let me tell you something. I love the videos and the pictures and stuff that you post on Facebook of you and your dad. They are so, they're just like heartwarming. And I love your dad, and I love the fact that, you're with him all the time, and you're keeping him occupied, and, you're taking care of him. And I really do, I commend you for that, sir. I know it's not easy sometimes. Yeah, I took care of my mom for the last few years. Me and my brothers on and off. We took, and it's not easy. It can be exhausting. Yeah. Sometimes I'd go over there 3 or 4 times a day, and just to check on her and make sure, see how she's doing. Hulk Hogan tights. Merry Christmas. And Anthony Albert Kilgren Gutierrez says greetings from Mexico. Best wishes for the holiday and much, much more. Well, and Feliz Navidad to you, Anthony. Feliz Navidad. I've got to light my my mass pick candle. Joe Reese, have a Merry Christmas Day. I've got to tell you what I have planned for Christmas. That's why I have this here. I'm going to cue you guys in on what I have planned for Christmas. I'll cue you in a little later. I'll wait till a few more people are here so I don't have to keep retelling the story. But oh yeah, let me light my my mass pit candle down here. There we go. It's a 3 wicker. There we go. Here's my. If you can all come close to your phone or your computer screen and take a whiff, because it's pine scented. It's my absolutely favorite scent for a candle. I mean, I could burn a pine scented candle all year long. It just doesn't have to be Christmas. Mike P says, "Did you foam fill the art mask behind you?" No, this is just how it came from. I think I got it on Amazon. Michael Reindeer said, "Oh, not reindeer." Wait a minute, Michael. I like that name though, Michael Reindeer. Michael Reindeer said, "This is what I'm going to call you." Merry Christmas from the Myers fans from the Netherlands. No way. I don't know any Netherlandish talk. Keep up the great work. Why, thank you all the way from the Netherlands. You never know who's going to be tuning in. But I'm going to share my pine scented candle with people from the Netherlands and Mexico and wherever you guys are going to be. William Blasco says, "Merry Christmas to Nick and everyone." And if I don't see, well, I got to say something here. It's whenever I join in, whenever I'm watching somebody live, it's very frustrating because I'm trying to get their attention, like especially people I know, and I'm typing things and they keep skipping over me, and I'm like, I'm here. I want to talk to you. Don't ignore me. And so if I don't, if it seems like I'm skipping over you, like he just said hello to Hulk Hogan's tights and he didn't say anything about it, it's because it scrolls and you can't really see. I can't see everything all at once. So, but I will. I always go back and I look at the chat and I read everything that everybody says to me. So don't don't get mad if it seems like I can't see you because I really can't see you. Tony Roberts. Hey, Tony Roberts here. Oh, Tony Roberts. Hey, wait a minute. Got to put a plug in for Tony Roberts here. What did I do with his shirt? It was over here. Tony Roberts. Oh, here it is. Okay, Tony Roberts, the owner and proprietor of Bad Dream Creations. Let's put a plug in here for Tony, giving the average dumped and forgotten new life, and that's because Tony, you should send me one of your things because I will display it here and I'll talk about it. But this is what Tony does. He gets these. I get so excited that I knock my glasses off my head when I talk about Tony Roberts. He gets these old toys, whether it's teddy bears or stuffed animals, and he turns them into like these really gruesome creations, and each one is unique. And I can just see people collecting them and giving them as gifts to whoever's got a collection, just so that they can have another piece from Tony in their collection, because they're all unique and they're all different and they all have a different story behind it. So check out Tony Roberts on Facebook. He also has a Etsy page. So check out his stuff. What is Tony Roberts says? I will send you one ASAP. Michael Reindeer's. I love Michael Reindeer. Oh, it's Mitchell Reindeer. I really screwed up your name. I have you on Facebook. Thanks for the nice words from you about my dog. Oh yeah. Oh, let's not talk about dogs passing away because I get so sad when I think about Poopsie Pie. But yeah, it's so hard to lose a pet. Oh, it's so hard. Let's see, will you do a 2018 Myers mask to fit people's heads? The Tots one is tiny. Well, what I can do is I can enlarge them to about an inch. So I think the actual tot size, I have one right over here, wait a minute. Or wait, over here. So here is a 2018 mask, okay? So let's measure this one just to see what we're up against. Because some people have actually told me they've gotten like 25-inch 2018 masks, and I've never seen one that large. So we are going to, I gotta put this on something. Oh, how about if we put it on a foam head? So, okay, so we are going to, don't want to kind of move that candle away from the hair on this mask, or the mask pick go up in flames. I have to talk quiet because all the who's are a snooze. I'm the only one up. Let's see if I can get down here and there like that. Okay. So yeah, let's measure it. So this is what I usually use to measure masks and measure my own head. When I tell people when they're buying a mask, they're like, I don't know what size I take. I take a 7 3/8 hat size. I don't know what that means. So don't give me your hat size. Get one of these and just go around. I tell them to go around the top of your ears and your brow. And my head is just about 23 inches even. I would say I have a medium-sized head. So let's measure this guy here. And you have to take in consideration, you have to compress the hair because you don't want to take that into consideration. Oh, let's go around here. Oh, wow. Well, no, see, okay, this is coming in. I'm compressing the hair so it doesn't give me a false reading. About 24.5 inches. So I'm going to put this on and see. I don't think I've ever put one on before. I've tied one on, but I never put one on. Little mass pit Christmas humor there. I got this. Well, let's look at it first. Because the TOTS masks that are coming out now, a lot of them are very washed out. I tell people I will handpick your mask when the spirit stores are open. And they're open around where I live. They're open from August through October. So I tell people if you want to get a mask, I will handpick it to get the best quality mask that they have. I'll tell you this. We'll look at this one. And I'll tell you what I usually look for, to look for detail. This right proper cheek, I look at this detail right here. These wrinkles right here. Now these are just average. These are just average. But the ones that I've seen this year are not even up to this. So here's what I tell people: go on to eBay or Etsy maybe. I'm not on Etsy very much. The Etsy is confusing. I had an account like 10 years ago. I never used it, so I tried to revitalize it. I, a year and a half, I'm still trying to revitalize it because it's a challenge. It's a challenge to revive, even though I may not use it. It's a challenge. Let me get one that I overhauled for myself, my own personal copy. Okay, this is. I'm going to measure this one too to see if it's the same size. Yeah, this one's about 24 and a half inches too. So you're pretty safe in saying that the 2018 masks are about 24 and a half inches. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh, we're going to take this off. And I love this mask stand right here. Nathan Riley made me this. He's on one of my Facebook friends. And I'll show you why it's so great. Because it's on a ball joint here and it tilts. So if you have a mask that's way up on a shelf like this, you can tilt it down so you're looking at it perpendicular. And if your mask shelf is low, you can tilt it up so you're getting a nice view of your mask. This is such a great idea to put a ball and socket joint on here. Okay, so let's compare. Okay, now here is this detail right here that I usually go by. You can see it. This one I got, I believe, pretty much when the masks first came out, or soon thereafter. Not, now it's what, 2018. It came out in 2019. It's not 5 years old like they are now. So, but you can see. I'll try to get the shadow so you can actually see the grooves in here. And now we'll get the one that I just. And I've had this one for about maybe 2 years. So now we're gonna. They're not, like I said before, they're not bad, but they're not up to where my other mask is. And I've seen some that are even better. So what you want to do, you want to go onto YouTube, not YouTube, eBay or Etsy, and you want to find an auction where the people are auctioning maybe one particular mask, and they'll show you a picture of that mask, and contact the seller to confirm that you are buying the mask that's in the picture. They're not just showing you a representation of 50 masks that they're selling and they're just going to plunk one out of the box and throw it out to you. You make sure that you're buying that particular mask. And look to see, the detail in it. Okay, so let me get back to the chat here. Slasher says hi. Hello, Slasher. Oh, Slasher has his avatar is it looks like art. Nick, fun fact: latex masks doesn't wait. Fun fact: latex mask doesn't actually rot the way it does. What? It doesn't. You need to clarify that a little bit, Asylum. Now here's a little. I'm going to share my Christmas cookie with you. I love these little bite-sized Christmas cookies. These are from an Italian bakery. They're really good. Oh my God, I could eat like 100 of these. Let's see, I'm talking about the Blumhouse masks. Oh, okay, I get you now. Marshall. Happy out. Oh, Marshall Lee. Hello, Marshall. Marshall's a good guy. I like Marshall. I'm talking the Blumhouse mask. Yes. Boogeyman. Hope you're doing well and happy holidays. Thank you. Evist. Is it geared? No, it's not geared. Referring to the mask stand, it's not geared. It's just like a ball and socket. Wait, I'm going to go back a little bit. Nibbles. I love people's names. Nibbles says, love all your masks. I remember you said the mask from Halloween 5 is your favorite mask, and you said you like it better than the official mask. No. Who is this? Are you trolling me? No. I have publicly stated I do not like any of the Michael Myers masks from 4, 5, 6, or was 7 the last one? And then we got into the I did like the Rob Zombie masks, and I did like the Blumhouse masks. I did not like the Trancus masks, but with the exception of 1 and 2. Said the 5 is your favorite mask. Yeah, some people know that I do not like. That's why I don't make them. They're like, oh, can you make a H4 mask? Can you make an H5 mask? Can you make an H6? I'm not going to do it. You know why? Because I don't like them. I can't get behind something and get enthusiastic over something that I don't like. I just don't like them. And each one got worse and worse. Marshall's head is 24 and a half. Wow. Your head is 1.5 inches bigger than mine. Those are suction cups on me. Okay. Boogeyman. I can't see everybody's comments right now, but I will go back. Tony Arbit says, how's Lisa? Lisa Lou Who's is a snooze right now. The Tots H4 mask is so small. I think what Tots does, I gotta show my Grinch mug. I think what Tots does is they purposely put out masks in every size. 24 inch, 24 and a half inch, 25 inch, 25 and a half inch. I don't know if there's anything bigger than that. But I think they do that to cover all the Myers. They're like, look, if you're a Michael Myers fan, we got to have a mask that's going to fit you. Whether or not you like the mask that fits you, that's your problem. But they do. They try. I think they try to accommodate every head size. And I wish I could. Trying to think of things I could show you around. Oh. I enlarged the mask pit. I feel so much like I have so much more room here now, even though I have a little more room, but I feel like the mask pit is so much larger. I'm not knocking over into things. The things are right in my face and falling down from the rafters on my head, which really happens sometimes. Let me show you what I did. Okay, I'm going to take my camera off here. Okay, now this right here, this was never here. There was shelving here with stuff on shelvings, okay? And behind that is underneath my stairs, which was basically blocked off. I couldn't use it. I had things stored back there that I hadn't seen or used in probably 15 or 20 years. So I decided to stop the insanity. I needed the room, so I got rid of these shelves that were right here, and I opened up this section here. Wait a minute. Let me. I'm going to flip the camera around. Can I do that? Like that? Oh no, that's a share. I don't want that. Okay, I guess I can't. But anyway, so now upstairs, I had a music closet. And in this closet was all my music, all my sound equipment from like 40 years ago. And I always have music playing no matter what I'm doing. Now a lot of this music, not only does it go back at least 40 years, it goes back beyond 40 years. Like when I was a kid, all right? And I still have the same music and albums and singles, and my beloved cassette cassette collection where I literally have hundreds, and I've got they're down here too, and I've still got to organize this stuff up here. I've got this old radio here. I think this actually works too, and yeah, got some Michael Myers stuff here. I have to find a place for this stuff here. But this clock is one of my favorite clocks. This goes up in my mask pit or my man cave when and it's a plasma clock. Around here, it's neon plasma, and it gives such a cool effect. But yeah, and here's my Sony cassette deck and my Iowa and my Iowa receiver there, and some lunch boxes and stuff. This is and I was never able to use this because upstairs because I had to disconnect my speakers. We remodeled the dining room and blah 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 blah. So I haven't been able to use this. So I am thrilled to pieces to have this down in the mask pit where I can play all this music from all these decades from like when I was a kid. Okay, so what else are we doing down here? We're eating Christmas cookies. Oh, let me show you the Tots Kirk mask that I got. Let's measure this. Now, let me see if I can do an impersonation of the Tots Kirk mask. Do we look the same? Why? Why? I don't know. But you can see on the chin here, I thought it was supposed to be in the mask, but somebody showed me their mask, and it is not supposed to be this. These little indentations here. So when I do the overhaul on this, I am going to fill that in. And one thing I'm surprised that they didn't do is they didn't put the actual hair eyebrows on the Kirk, and also another face palm. What's with the reverse sideburns? I've never seen a Kirk with reverse sideburns. Why? Why? I'm gonna put this on. Let's measure this. Okay, we are going to measure the Tots Kirk. Oh, wow. Wait, it's twisted in the back here. Okay, Tots Kirk is coming in about 25 inches. So this is a pretty big Kirk. But I have seen some people overhaul them, and it has really has some nice potential. Some of the issues I see are it's very shallow in the eye wells right here on the in the inside. It's very shallow to do with the bridge of the nose. Very shallow. I think that should have been just a little bit deeper, and the eyes a little less Asian. I don't know what they are. Maybe he's squinting because I don't know the Enterprise is driving into the sun, so he has to squint. I don't know what the captain's doing, but yeah, it has potential. So that will be a YouTube video coming up in sometime in 2025. Okay, now let me look to see what people are saying here. I'm gonna get, okay, let's see it go up a little bit. I'm going back. Okay, Walter White says, hey Nick, love your rehaul tutorials. Thank you, Mr. White. Nibbles, first time I started watching you was the Rob Zombie H2 mask sculpt. Great stuff. Oh my God, that goes way back. Whoa. That goes way back. I made a mistake sculpting that, by the way. Yeah, you want to know what the mistake was? I don't have one here. But I went by the pictures that were on the internet. Wayne Toth was the sculptor, and he posted pictures. But he had his camera a little bit too close to his sculpt, and it gave a false perspective of how big the eyes and the nose and the mouth were in perspective to the back of the head. So I went by the face value of the picture, and I actually the perspective was off. So I sculpted it with the wrong perspective. So I don't even make that mask anymore because the mold is depleted. Oh, I can see my hair here. Yeah. There's my hair, yeah. I got some gray hair coming in. That's okay. Let's see, Nibbles. Let's see. Mitchell Reindeer says, plans to make a... Let me tell you, I have had more people ask me if I am going to make a flashback mask. The answer is N-O. No. And want me to tell you why? I didn't like the mask. I was disappointed when I saw the flashback mask. Yeah. I didn't like it. And like I said, I don't do the H4, H5, H6, H7 because I didn't like the mask. I'm never going to do a flashback mask because I don't like the mask. Now, if you want a good flashback mask, you go see Jimmy Falco on Facebook or Instagram. Jimmy Falco makes the absolute best flashback mask that you can buy. And also, Tots has said time and time again, they will never, for what they don't give a reason, but they will never put out a flashback mask from the movie mold. Why? They don't say. But you go see Jimmy Falco. How about an H2O mask? Nope. Nope. H5 is his favorite, is Joe Reese's favorite mask. Boogeyman says, what about the resurrection mask? Nope. You can just keep listing him and I'll just say, nope, did not like that mask. Happy holidays, says Jonah Namer. Why, happy holidays to you too. Tony Roberts said, just glad that Falco finally got a 13. I know he's happy. Yeah, Jim, I felt bad. It was so overdue, and he should have got one of the first ones. But I had such a list that I had to clear. It took me like 3 years to go through all the people that I gave free 13 masks to. I gave away, I'm going to say, I gave away in the neighborhood of 15 free 13 masks. So valued at $1,000, I gave about $15,000 worth of masks away. Free. Let's see, do you customize every mask then? Can you make any mask that is requested? I I can customize the hair and the weathering on a mask. Yes, whether you buy a dead ringer, NHK H-Man, a 13 mask or whatever. I do customize the weathering if you want something different. Yeah, I do that. Or if you want the hairstyle a different way, yeah, I can do that. But I can't make any masks. Some people say to this, something I really, when you're in the mask business, you hear just about everything. People will say, okay. They'll say, okay, I have a TOTS 78 mask. Can you paint that and make it look like the the like the resurrection mask? Okay, I'm like, no, cannot do. They're totally different sculpts. You can't make another one mask look like another mask just from repainting it. You can make it look similar, but you can't make it look like it. No. When things are different sculpts, you're pretty locked in to the way that sculpt looks. So I hope a vist that answers your question. Dead Silent Beyond the Dead says, my favorite Michael Myers mask is Halloween Ends mask. I do happen to have a Halloween Ends mask here. Ends mask. I wish this is a big mask too. I wish it was smaller. But this one has some nice detail. You can see I always go by these wrinkles right here. You can see they're pretty pronounced right in here. So yeah, this isn't a bad copy right here. And when when the TOTS Trilogy masks are overhauled properly, they are showstoppers. They are like the crown jewels of your collection. When I was a kid and there was nothing but Don Post masks out, you could never, ever even fathom to get anything from a movie mold. It was always, oh, the Don Post version, Now they're like collectible. But when they were out and we were kids, and we didn't have the whole selection of their whole library. At Halloween time, a couple of the hobby stores would carry like 3 or 4 of their masks, and that was your choice. And we were always like, ugh, Don Post, whoa. It's like, why can't they get it? Why can't they just get it right? They have professional sculptors. And when I was a kid, I was like, someday I'm going to learn how to sculpt, and I am going to actually sculpt something that looks like what I'm sculpting. It took me a while to get to that, but some say I'm still not there yet. But I'm getting there. I'm working at it. Yeah. Let's see. Michael Reindeer says, did you plan to make a flashback mask? I answered that. Tony Roberts showing that old school equipment. Oh, that's when I was showing my music selection in the mask pit. 24.5 is too small. I'd be interested in sending my mask to you to let me show you how I enlarge a mask. Now this is what did we say this was, like 24.5 inches? What I would do to enlarge this, I have to slit it from the top of the head all the way down to the keyhole here. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to split it apart like an inch. And then I'm going to put a latex like Band-Aid over it, and I'm going to glue that on. So that's going to give you about an inch around the circumference of your head. I cannot make them, I cannot do anything about the length. Okay, I can only make them about an inch wider. And you say, why can't you make them over an inch wider? I'm going to tell you. Because if I were to make it over an inch wider, the ears would be in the front of the mask. Okay, so we don't want to have, Dumbo Myers. So that's why I can only do it about an inch, 3/4 of an inch to an inch max. But that has saved some people. They're like, "Oh, Nick, thank you so much. I'm finally able to wear a Michael Myers mask." Let's see. Asylum Beyond says, "I've seen your other videos, and you have the Sideshow Collectibles Michael Myers mask. I think you should redo the head sculpt by repainting it and resculpting the hairs." Sideshow Myers. Which one is that? Oh, the little yeah, the 1/6 scale. Oh, you didn't. Asylum Beyond the Dead. Have you not seen my 13 1/6 scale? I think I have that over here. Okay, now this is my 13 figure that I made. This is on the Sideshow body, by the way. I also, when I sell these, I sell them on the Tots body because the Sideshow figures are all sold out. I couldn't get them. So yeah, I've been doing a limited number of these, and I'm going to get back into production. If you're looking for, I put together a really cool, insane collector's box set with this too. That's really cool. But yeah, this is the 13 1/6 scale figure. Ding 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 ding. I wish I had better lighting in here. Okay, so let's put him back there. Okay, so let's see what else. See, the thing is, I can't now. I'm on Facebook. Okay, I've got maybe 5,000 friends with another 7,000 followers. I'm on Instagram. I'm just bubbling under like 100, bubbling over 10,000 followers. I'm on YouTube, almost up to 14,000 followers, and yet people still don't know what I do. It's funny. They're like, "Do you sell masks? We always see you with masks, but do you sell them?" I'm like, "Yes, I sell masks." Shatner would be proud. Bang on uncanny. Tony Roberts says, "What are you doing with the art mask?" Oh, okay, I'll get to that. Michael Garcia says, "What up, Nick? How are you, my dude?" Well, how are you, my dude? That's more important. William Blasco says he rehauls art masks as well. Yes, I've only done one, and I think the way to go with an art mask is to have it in your display with the acrylic eyes. I sold it to James Williamson, but those are stunning with acrylic eyes. Yeah. There is a video of me rehauling the art mask and installing the acrylic eyes. Oh, I know. I just didn't know if you're going up for auction or what. The variety reel says, "Yo, what's good, Nick and company?" Hey, everything's good, Mr. Variety. Oops, sorry, man, says William Blasco. Felco does a great one. Yes. Marshall says, "Let's get some Elvis Christmas karaoke." I would love to do that. I don't know if you can hear the Christmas music playing in the background because I have it really low. Because I know YouTube is, and along with Facebook, they censor everything, and all parts of your video can't be viewed, and we cut the sound because you have copyright strikes against you. So it's better not to play any music when I do a video. Oh, there's Brenda Lee. The number one Christmas song in the world is "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree" by Brenda Lee, and it was so touching. Here, she's like 153 years old right now, and she just got this major award, I think from Spotify, for Rocking Around the Christmas Tree has gotten 1 billion streams. Can you imagine this little lady? And she's like the number one sensation in the world again. It's so awesome. I'm so happy for Brenda Lee. Let's see. Have you made a fusion mask of Michael Myers? I don't know what that is. Made a fusion mask of Myers mask, Nick. Specify what fusion means. I don't know what that means. I, I gotta tell you something funny too. I'm so out of it. I'm so. I don't know. I wonder how I survive sometimes. I just don't know what I'm doing half the time. I need to add an NHK. Tony Roberts says to the MULPAGANO Mass Shrine. Okay. Well, Tony, you know how to contact me. I gotta say something about Tony Roberts. Tony, when I go through my Facebook feed, now I told you I've got like 12,000 people on Facebook, and they're boom, 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 post. And I don't see like 90% of them, but I do see 100% of Tony Roberts posts. For some reason, you did some kind of witchcraft where you are the number one person that shows up in my Facebook feed. I will, if I can get on everybody's Facebook feed, Tony Roberts, I'll pay you like $10,000 if you tell me how to do it. Gary Cape says, Nick, you are the man. Yes, the last I checked, I was a man. Michael Garcia, you need the mold. For fusion, I still don't understand. Clarify, the detail of your sculpt is bar none amazing. Thank you, Gary Cape. Jonah Neighbor says, the Ends mask is hands down my favorite mask to repaint. It's not only a great mask, but it is the most labor-intensive mask to rehaul. It really is. It takes twice as long as the other ones because there's so much going on. Yeah, I got started doing scarecrow masks, and then I got into mask making masks. Joe Reese says, my favorite mask is H5 masks. Always has been. Well, good for you, Joe Reese. I don't like it. Daniel TY88, I hate oversized masks. I passed on so many great masks. You know, I wish the 78 mask was smaller. Let me put this on and see how I look. It's huge. I'm probably going to be looking out of the nose or something. Yeah. It's like a bobblehead. It's exactly how I feel, like a bobblehead. Oh, my Christmas cookie's all gone and I'm sad. You're okay. I have a Tots mask. It's definitely bigger. Yeah. Do you make H2 blood tears? I do. Slasher. I do make blood tears. Not only do I make blood tears, I make the blood gusher mask, where there's a few frames in H2 where he gets shot, where there's actually blood splattered out of his eyes and dripping down the mask, and there's a chunk of hair missing and everything. I call that the blood gusher mask. That is really spectacular. Greetings, Nick, says Jay White. Sending my Tots 27 Rob Zombie mask to you, pertaining to Restyle. Oh, good. Can't wait to see what you established. Matted down and grungy, my friend. Yeah, I'll take care of you, Mr. Jay White. A fire poster mask. I happen to have that right here, too. See, my mask pit is so much more organized now that I have made room for things. A lot of things are right at my beck and call. Here is the poster. This is the best side here. The fire poster mask. Yeah. This is one of those masks. It's better when you have the right lighting. Let's see if I shut that off to get some shadow effect in there. I mean, it's a weird looking mask if somebody were to come in and say, "Yeah, why does Michael Myers have orange hair?" You know, and then you've got to explain it to them why he has orange hair. That's the fun about masks, is you have these masks, and like if people are not in the know and if they don't understand, you know, you got something to talk about. You can explain to them your mask collection, why you have these masks, why they look the way they do. Some of them you bought at stores, and some you had actually somebody made this particularly for you, and that's pretty cool too. I mean, like I said, when I was younger, you know, the hobby store, they had a few masks hanging up. There was no Spirit Halloween. You know, there wasn't even a Walmart. Not that Walmart is any force in the mask business, but things were so. And let me tell you something: a latex mask was considered, I like a crown jewel of any mask, even if it wasn't anything recognizable. It was made out of latex and it was stretchy and it covered your whole head and it looked like it almost looked real. And because the norm was the plastic half mask, that was what 99% of kids would wear, you know. But when somebody had a you know, a rubber mask that went over their whole head. It was like, oh, look, he's got a rubber mask and it goes over his whole head. It looks real. Oh, let me show you one of my oldest masks. Okay. Now this is when I said about a half mask, this is what everything was when I was a kid. This is 99% of what you saw on the racks at hobby shops and drugstores and stuff like that. A plastic mask like this. And this is from, if you've ever seen the Time Machine, the original Time Machine, not the piece of crap movie that they remade, but the original Time Machine. This was a Morlock, and these are the guys that came out from the subterranean pits and pulled the time travelers back down into their subterranean refuge. This was a Morlock. And we never knew what this was. We never knew what this was, but it was this cool mask. Here's a funny story. But we had this, I'm not going to name names, but she's dead now. But this lady, like a family friend, used to, she used to resemble this mask. So my brothers and I, we would all say, "Oh, get the mask and everything," because she really resembled a Morlock. But this mask is from, I think it's from 1967. Yeah, and this was when I was home. This was always kicking around the basement of my parents' house. So when I got my new house, when I bought my house about 40 years ago, I looked for this because I wanted it, you know, and so I found it and I still have it. And so this is my oldest mask. Let's see. Wow, the 13 head sculpt is amazing. Oh boy, I'm really behind in the chat. Let me Sam 5555768 says thanks for being who you are, my friend. A little question. When I do my 1978s, I have a hard time doing the weathered neck, having a lot of skin color showing. Let me tell you the do's and the don'ts. I wish I could do this more often. See, I think I'm over my time now. I'm going on to it. I'll go because I think people get bored and they're like, they click me off and they're like, okay, we had enough of, you know, his rambling. But I don't have one to show you. Okay, I'll just use an example. Oh, here we go. Okay. Now this is my deluxe dead relic. Okay. And I've still got it. The Canada is on it, has had a postal strike, so I haven't been able to ship Steve his mask. I've had this down in the mask pit for I don't know, over a month, but I believe that the strike is over, and so Steve Grant, we will be sending this mask your way. Okay, so you're talking about the the paint abrasion on the neck. Let me tell you what not to do and what I see a lot of people doing. They'll paint their mask all white, and then they'll spray paint the flesh tone over the white. Not correct, no, because you always have to go by real life. In real life, the mask is a flesh tone, okay, and the paint is painted over it, all right? So what you want to do, you don't want to just mist it with airbrushing, because it looks like you've misted it with an airbrush, and it looks like a mass-produced mask. And I've seen some of the top masks, and that's how they do their paint abrasion. What I do, and it's in all of my videos, okay, I do paint this, go over it with white, and just as it would happen in real life, I wear away the white paint with naphtha on a cotton ball, and I wear it away so that it blends in. And this one is extreme. Okay, this is not how I usually do a typical mask. This is an extreme weathering right here. But this is how you have to do it. Put the paint over it and then wipe it off with a cotton ball and naphtha, and you'll get a nice authentic paint abrasion. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. I have to skip some of these. Let's see, you seeing my face is telling me you let me stay the weekend at the mass pit. Okay, I'm still behind. I got to catch up on these, so I got to skip a bunch of these, but I will go on later and look. Somebody, Jonah Namer, the rambling is 90% of the appeal of your live videos. That is funny. I figure it's an amazing sculpture, the 13 mask. Hugo, Michael Garcia. Joe Thornburg is the latest post that I see. Nick, you should make a Mr. McCreepy mask. Yeah, I should. Not many people. You want to tell me, or I'm going to tell you a funny thing. Now, I have a video out, and it's called Mr. McCreepy Tells You a Creepy Story, all right? This video was in the making for about 3 years, okay? Number one, I had this story in my head for like 6 or 7 years, and I would in my head, I would write it. So finally, it came to the day where I wrote it down on paper, this cool Halloween story that to me is like a really captivating story about Halloween, like a vintage Halloween through a child's eyes. So I have this great story. So I say, I want to present it in a way that's different. So I said, I'll have Mr. McCreepy read it to everybody, all right? So I come up with this idea for what Mr. McCreepy should look like. And I get all these appliances from Amazon, and this costume, not costume, but the way he would dress. And I shoot this video, which I spent more time shooting that video than I did on anything. All right. So and to edit it, and I wanted to find. I was almost going to hire an illustrator so that when Mr. McCreepy was reading it, I would have these wonderful illustrations that somebody would do. But it was very hard to find somebody to work for free. All right. So it's like, okay, I don't have any budget for this. So I had to, I just had to do what I could myself. And if you watch the videos, you'll see what I did. Now that we have AI, I want to redo the whole thing with AI illustrations. But because the video is not popular, it's really not worth putting any more work into. So because it is one of my least popular videos out of all the videos on my YouTube channel, Mr. McCreepy Tells You a Creepy Story. It's a bomb. Okay, so I can't put any more time into it. But go give it a watch. I keep plugging it. And for some reason, nobody wants to watch Mr. McCreepy Tell a Creepy Story. But I'm still going to keep plugging it because one of these days, that's going to be a famous video. I'm not giving up on Mr. McCreepy. Let's see. You should do a 13 mask that has the dead relic look that also has mold and mildew in the hair. Asylum Beyond, I did do that. I didn't put mold in the hair, but I did do I made one. And I forgot who bought it, but it's stunning. It is a really stunning mask to see the 13 with that cracked paint and the chipped and the peeling paint and everything. It has really came out awesome. Yeah, so that has been done. That's what I mean by, I've got all these followers and everything, but nobody has really seen you. It's not possible for me to force everything that I've done down people's throats. It's not possible. If I could, I would do it. That's why I want Tony Roberts to tell me, why is it I see 500 posts a day from Tony Roberts and nobody sees my posts? Okay, so I don't know what else to do. Oh, let me tell you about art. Now, don't tell anybody this, but Christmas. Now, I usually get dressed up as Santa Claus on Christmas. For my nephews and my brother's kids and everything. All right, but at my house, I usually don't get dressed up because our son is like 30 years old, so a little beyond having Santa and seeing Santa. But he's coming home for Christmas, and so what I'm going to do is going to spring this on him. Is we're going to be opening our presents, and somehow, I haven't quite figured out, but I am going to sneak away, all right? And I am going to enter the room backwards in my Santa outfit. So he just sees the back of my head, and I'm going to have a sack of presents on my shoulder. And then I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to be Art Claus, Terrifier Claus. That's what I'm going to be. I think everybody would get a big kick out of that. Oh, wait. Here's it. Now, nobody has asked me this question. Nick, if you don't mind me asking, what happened to your pointer finger? Your left hand. Okay, this is kind of a funny story. Because the tip is missing. I'm still looking for it. Just so I can put it back on. No, what happened? Years and years ago, I had for years, and I'm talking about like 35 years, I had my own landscaping business. And when you're working with lawnmowers and stuff like that, but it did not get cut off by the blade of the lawnmower. I was doing some work, and I had the cover off of the drive chain, and there was a belt and a pulley. And I happened to stick my hand, I happened to put my hand down to like catch, I was falling off balance or something. I was kneeling, trying to fix something on my lawnmower, and I was trying to catch my balance, and I happened to put my hand down on the pulley, and my finger went in between the pulley and the gear, and it got stuck in there. And so I had to, I had to pull my tip of my finger off to get my hand out out from the pulley and the belt. Okay, so in the meantime, there's blood gushing out with every heartbeat. Okay, now I had some friends over my house, and they were, they were all, they knew the stuff that I did for my haunted house and Halloween and stuff, the special effects and everything. So I went in there. I said, somebody's got to take me to the ER because I cut my finger off and there's blood squirting out. And so they think it's a joke. They're like, "Wow, that's cool. Are you going to do that in the haunted house this year? Be squirting blood?" I'm going like, "No, I'm not joking. I'm not." They're like, and I'm known as a prankster. So they're like, they're just not buying it. I'm going, this is real. This is real. They go, "Wow, it does look real." I go, "Yeah, somebody's." So a friend of mine drove me to the ER, and because the tip of my finger wasn't big enough, they couldn't sew it back on, and so it's just, yeah, I have, like, I'm missing the fingernail part of my left hand, and nobody's ever said any of that. But so now you know this. Now you know the rest of the story. Watched the whole video last Halloween. The Mr. McCreepy video, Creedor. Well, thank you very much on behalf of Mr. McCreepy. Thank you. Let's see, Asylum. Am I the only one that noticed that? Yes, Mr. Asylum. You're the only. No, you're probably not the only one that noticed it, but you're the only person that's asked me about it. Okay, so I don't know what else to do here. What I want to do in one video, now you can see all the stuff that's around the mask pit, okay? You can see all the stuff that's around here. And when I was clearing everything out to try to make more room, I was looking at everything, and I actually did. I got like 9 trash bags full of stuff that I cleared out of here from the shelves and this and that. And I'm like, man, if I haven't used this in 15 years, I guess I'm never going to use it. And so I just had to toss out a lot of stuff. And some stuff I kept for the Mass Pit garage sale coming this February, folks. So watch for that. But I got rid of a lot of stuff. But all the stuff that you see here, I want to go by sometime, do a video where I go to each little thing that's on the shelf, and I'm going to tell you why it's there, why I didn't throw it away, and why it is still on the shelf, and why I need it. I do. I need things. Let's see, Nick, have you ever ran out of space? Yes. I'm out of space now. I made more space, filled it right up. It wasn't empty for like 10 minutes before I started getting things that were on the floor and now they can be on the shelf and stuff like that. Traps on an Island, Michael Myers mask. Choose one of your versions. What's your choice, Nick? Sam 55, it would, hands down, it would be the mask from the first movie. Yes. Yes. The original Shatner, Captain Kirk, Michael Myers, H1, and running a close second, well, it's the same mask, but, Halloween 2, the Dick Warlock wore. That's the only 2 masks I really love. I like a lot of the other. I like the trio masks, and I like the Rob Zombie masks. I love H1, H2. That's why I specialize in those. That's what I usually do. And people are like, can you repaint my H5 or H4? I said, and I'll say, yeah, I can do it, but I want you to give me reference pictures as to exactly how you want it done. And that's usually what I do. Let's see, do you keep Tin Man Myers and Emmett Myers masks for yourself? I do have Emmett Myers. I'm not sure if I have my Tin Man or if I sold that. I'm going to go over here and look quick. No, I sold my I sold my Tin Man Myers, but I do have Evil Emmett. Let's see. Fun fact: the 13 Mask is in the flashback scene from Halloween Kills. What? No, it's not. Insane Caleb says Merry Christmas, Nick. Well, a Merry Insane Christmas to you too. Michael Garcia, yeah, same here. I have two. Nate Dog VR. Can I have a 78 Myers mask? Well, anybody can have one. All you gotta do is go out and buy one. Bring back the Emmett Myers. His nose fell off, by the way, Tony. I have to glue his nose back on. How do you feel when they left Dick Warlock out of the franchise movies recently made? Yeah, that was really, yeah, that's just wrong. It really is wrong. I know John Carpenter had a thing with Dick Warlock, a little disagreement back when they were filming. And for him to hold that against Dick after all these years, just not right. I mean, do you know what that would have meant to fans to in either one of the movies to and I was thinking this is what I would like to see in one of the movies, to have Dick Warlock as like the proprietor in like a hobby shop that sold masks and everything, and just he doesn't even have to say anything, just in the background or something, just pulling masks up and down the shelf, and just knowing that it's Dick Warlock. That's all they had to do, and I think that would have just meant so much to the fans. And I don't know why, you know, they just held this against him. Yeah, it's very sad. It is. H2 mask is underrated, the best because it looks the creepiest. Yeah. Favorite Christmas movie or tradition? I'll tell you my favorite Christmas movie. I have a lot of them. There's certain movies I watch well, a lot of people do. But for movies, uh, yeah, I'm thinking now. And some of them aren't movies, but they're TV episodes that I watch. Of course, Rudolph. Along with the Grinch, I have seen Rudolph every broadcast since 1965, and the Grinch, and what's the other one? There's one more that's like from that time. And Charlie Brown. Oh, and I remember the first Charlie Brown when that was on TV too. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't wait. And the thing, when I was a kid, when things would come on TV, you only saw it once. If you missed it, you'd never see it again until next. You had to wait another year. So you would wait with bated breath, and you'd say, "Mom, is it Tuesday yet? When is it going to be 7 o'clock? And when is Charlie Brown going to come on? Is it Tuesday? How many more days till Tuesday, Mom? How many?" And you waited with such anticipation, and it was like everything to watch Charlie Brown on TV, and then it was just so magical, and then to have to wait for another year to see it again. And now the thing nowadays is there's nothing like that, because everything is, you can watch it a million times if you want to, so it's not that special for kids anymore. Nothing is really special. They're like, "Oh, yeah, Mom, can I watch that? Yeah, put the DVD on. Yeah, just put it on repeat, and you you can watch it 500,000 times. But but it was so magical when something would come on, and that was it. You watched it, and you didn't dare blink. You didn't go to the bathroom because you didn't want to miss 1 second of when the Grinch was on, or Charlie Brown, or Rudolph. And so you were like, you don't want to miss anything. But it's just that's a time in life that will never ever come back. The anticipation of a kid waiting for something, and then waiting another year before he sees it again. That's gone forever. But yeah, that was really, it was so great. What is your favorite Halloween? Somebody asked me that before. Boogeyman. I'm going to say, what did I say before? It's got to be the same. Okay, the pinning, pinning the guy to the wall with the knife, and then that was that was pretty classic. Okay, I gotta go now. 13 Mask is calling my name. Hoop Hoopty Pips. I love that name. If I get another dog, I've got two now. I can't handle anymore. But I'm gonna name them Hoopty Pips. Asking if they have a wider sized mask. Castle was creepy. Warlock took the character and made him evil. Yeah. Christmas Story. I do like Christmas Story. Yeah, I do like Christmas Story. Oh, I never said what my favorite Christmas movie was. Oh, I'll tell you what it is. The 1951 version of Scrooge with Alistair Sim. Yeah, that's my favorite Christmas movie. Yep. I also watch every incarnation of Scrooge also. The 1939 version, the Jim Carrey version, the George C. Scott version. How many? I usually watch every incarnation of Scrooge. I live in the real town, Whoville. Oh my God. I, oh my God. I'm so excited. Hoopty Pips, where do you live? You tell me where you live right now, because then I'm going to tell you a story. And then I'm going to sign off. But Hoopty Pips, where are you? Tell me where you live, because I have to know if this is true. Yeah, George C. Scott did a great job. I also, I really loved the 3D. When it was in 3D, I saw it in the theaters. The Jim Carrey version with the CGI and everything. I thought that was really good. I really loved that movie. I also like the musical Scrooge from I think it was like 1971 or 1972. I remember seeing that in the theater with my mom. Where's Hoopty Pips? Hoopty Pips, where are you from? Well, anyway, Hoopty Pips. You can't say that name without laughing. Hoopty Pips is referring to, and I just read this, I thought it was fascinating. Whoville is based on a real town in the Netherlands. It's a little town up in the mountains, just like Whoville in the cartoon. It's a real town, and it's called, I think it's called Hu, H-U, okay? And in this, it's a very, very small little town village, and there's only a few hundred people, just like Whoville. And they actually have the Who song from the cartoon was taken from the actual Who song that the real Who people sing. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I just read that. I thought it was fascinating. The Who for a the Who Dores welcome. There's actually that real Netherlandish, or what do people in Netherlands speak? Netherlandish? Norseman? Something? I don't know. But that, they took that. Oh, and they showed a picture of one of the ladies in this little mythical, or this, it's not a mythical town, it's a real town. And she's got a headband on her head with little antennas sticking out of it, just like Cindy Lou Who. That's based on real stuff. It's, yeah, Dutch. Michael Reindeer says Dutch. Okay, so I've been on 80 minutes. I gotta go. Okay, so I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. The actual Who song was written by a wasted Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, that's why none of the words make sense. It's Gouda in the Netherlands. People speak Goodish? Gouda? Oh, well, that's nice. But I thought, yeah. So I hope everybody has I should say, a horrible Christmas. And thanks for coming to the Mask Pit Christmas party. Hope you enjoyed the candle and the Christmas cookies and We'll blow out our Christmas candle now here. Oh, yeah. Oh, jeez. There's wax in here and I just spilled it all over myself. Mother of God. Look, I got hot wax all over my hand now. It actually went down my shirt. Wow. Why am I not burning up? Okay. Well, anyway, that was a good grand finale, watching me burn myself with melted wax. House of Wax, yeah. This is the House of Wax pit tonight. But anyway, okay, hope everybody has a horrible Christmas, and hey, I'll catch you around, okay? And thanks for coming to my Christmas party, and I'm going to read everybody's posts and everything later. So I'm going to sign off right now, and I never know how to sign off. Here we go. Is there one last thing I can show you guys? Oh, no. No, I have nothing else to show you guys, so I am signing off. Oh, you just can't shut me off. Cancel. End.